it turns out, as you can see from a reflection, look at picture in picture. Here's our lovely non entirely functioning WiiU gamepad, and there's a cell phone. Poke you guys. I'm using my cell phone instead of webcam because it's better picture quality, surprisingly. So I have a webcam, and the webcam works great unless I'm trying to do close-up. Looks great unless I'm trying to do close-up. In fact, here is really close up. Here's the webcam. Wonderful little thing. Wonderful little thing. It's got a privacy screen there. It's kind of cool. And yeah, it works great if you're doing like distance shots, but you're right up close, it's super grainy. And by right up close, I mean like 1.5 feet or so away from the target. So, I will try not to bump the camera too much. We're gonna go up just a little bit. That's a little too close. It's on a wibbly wobbly arm. There. Yeah, it's on a wibbly wobbly camera arm. Super adjustable. Super bouncy. So I'll try not to like, bam, smash the desk or anything. Now we're ready to start. Let's just do a couple little things here. Let's see. Reset my pose a little bit. We do still have all the fun, well, not all the fun VTuber stuff. Because at this angle, we can't really use the leap motion. Ooh, look at that. It's got little purple lights for the, I think infrared cameras. Are they seen? There they are. I have it connected to the computer. So it's running right now, but as you can, hold on. Hello. But for where we are on the desk, it won't work quite so well. So some backstory. We have a WiiU. Now we have two WiiUs. Oh, and see you guys there in the reflection. Hello. Oh, the problem with our WiiU, we picked up like right around launch. It's the nice 32 gigabytes edition, the black one. Worked great. Loved playing a whole bunch of games on it. And we had some work done. In fact, building this lovely office we're sitting in and getting some basement refurbished. And the WiiU, the gamepad, controller, charging cables were all on the same bookshelf. And at some point during the basement refurbish, went missing. So yeah, one of the contractors walked away with the WiiU, probably thinking it was a Switch, because it's vaguely Switch shaped. But it is in fact not a Switch. And the tablet does not have any of the games in it. It is a gamepad, a very robust gamepad for what it is. Yeah. So there's that. So, been kind of keeping an eye on Marketplace. Oh, this thing's grody. Kind of keeping an eye on Marketplace and seeing if I can pick up, if anything, just a gamepad fairly cheap. Because that's all we needed. You can sync any gamepad to any base. Well, everything's, expensive these days. But we found one. My wife was searching. She found one. Pretty cheap. It was $60, and it was supposed to be working. Came with a controller, a game, and the base station. I'd call it base station, the main unit. The main unit has a drive error, which is easy enough to fix if you take it apart and do a little soldering. And everything else was supposed to be working. Guess what doesn't work? Yeah, this right here. So, yeah, my wife thought she was doing an awesome thing. Bless her heart, as they say. But she forgot one core thing of picking up an electronics or buying used electronics. You test it on the spot before you hand over the cash. Yeah. But to be fair, well, the battery was dead in this too, so it wouldn't have powered on because the lady did not include the power deck. So I had to buy a lovely $7 power adapter off of Amazon. Totally legit, authentic Nintendo product here. So we got that. No big deal, right? Charged it up, and let's give it a shot. Hey, look, it powers up. So even if you went there, picked up the system, looked at it, it's like, oh, hey, it works, right? Yeah, not so much. The digitizer is shot. So the Wii U, if you're not familiar, it has a screen here built into the the whole unit, which is cool. But on top of the screen, it's a touchscreen, a fussy touchscreen, mind you. Requires a bit of pressure. But this one, can we see it? Maybe not with the screen on. But yeah, so basically the touchscreen part of it is shot. Let's pour it back down. There we go. And I think the problem is, if you look right here, let's see if I can catch the glare just right. Right there. There's a big old puncture wound right there. And I think that's what the issue is. Oh yeah, and this thing is like throaty as heck. Look at that. Look at that. That's gross. Back of it's pretty good too. Get the yellowing. This was a GameStop refurbished, so we're gonna avoid this here. Now the lady did claim that everything was working and included everything. She gave 15 warnings about how the main part didn't work, which yeah, it doesn't. It has a drive error, but this part's supposed to work. Yeah, and then she deleted the listing. Yeah, the lady deleted the listing, which means on Marketplace you can't leave a review. Yeah, we even tried calling the police and saying, hey, we need to file a report here. And they're just like, it's not high enough dollar amount, which is fair. It happens, right? It happens. But luckily, I'm kind of handy. And wanted a challenge anyways. I mean, theoretically, I could write this off as a business expense, I guess. So what we did is we bought another thing off of Amazon or eBay, I forget which. So we're gonna see if this works. Is a totally legit Nintendo official replacement product. Yes. Right. So this is what we're gonna be replacing. We got a screwdriver. Cool. Ooh, a box to hold the screws. There we go, a box to hold the screws. Get that right there. And I'm gonna keep this locked up until it's ready. This is the digitizer. It even comes with the glue, I think. Maybe not. Maybe that's part of the digitizer thingy. But yeah, and look at this ribbon cable. Ribbon cable's huge. That's gonna suck. We're gonna set this aside because got some tiny screws to undo's. My apologies if you accidentally get a rusty jump scare and see my handsome manly mug. It'll be very blocky shaped, right? There's like yeah, like this guy over here. Very nice blocky shape. I'm also wearing a suit. Yeah, you'll just have to take my word for it. I'm very dressed up for this fancy occasion. Okay, now, yes, as Slime says, let us enter. Void. Oh, this can be too noisy. Oh yeah, it's gonna be way too noisy. I need something to set this thing on. I'll be right back. Well, maybe some tiny screwdrivers. Seriously not have... I don't. Interesting. Interesting. I do not have any grippy shelf liner in my office. I swear I did. I could swear I did. This is what I get for not doing this out in the workshop, which is about 50 feet in that direction. Okay, so get the next best thing here. Tiny erasers. Okay, we're gonna put this together the right way. Face down in the dirt. I was thinking about doing this off stream, just because, for one, there's lots of tiny little parts. Tiny little parts. How are we doing? Try to uncenter it a little bit. There we go. Put the box of screws right there, maybe. Ooh, a nice little Ziploc bag. I always like it when you get this stuff and it comes in like very nice little tiny Ziploc bags. I use those for holding all sorts of sensitive stuff. Okay, what do we got here? We got a... It is the triangle screwdriver. All right. So, fun Nintendo fact. They use these little security bits frequently. Yeah, they frequently use little security bits. In other words, not a Phillips. And definitely not a flat. I don't know if anything uses flat these days. So this is a 3-wing screwdriver. That is... I was gonna get my glasses. There we go. It's either the glasses or a magnifying glass. But do I want to look like a math teacher, librarian? I don't normally wear glasses, but when dealing with incredibly small components, they come in handy. I have readers. Readers or cheaters or whatever you want to call them. There we go. Oh, now I can't even see the screen. Okay, so first things first. First things first, I need a scalpel. Super. Well, how are we going to avoid something if we can't find a avoiding tool? All my X-Actos are out in the workshop. That's kind of funny. Funny, haha. All right. All right. All right. This should be enough of a. There we go. Enough of overkill. The tiny blade on a multi-tool. I'm totally prepared. We are prepared streamer today. Yeah. Okay. So let's avoid the warranty. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna need to find some alcohol wipes too. These aren't the problem, these little nubs here, but the joysticks on the other side were definitely gross. Make sure I avoid this good and solid. There we go. Get nice deep cuts in there. Okay. But also, I don't really want to gouge all these other things. These are little stickers. So another fun tool that I have is this little mysterious package from a few years ago. Joy-Con joystick replacement kit. Yes. Is it upside down? No, it's not upside down. The paper is inside, it's upside down. So we also have a Nintendo Switch. And we were getting hideous Joy-Con drift. As one does when one owns a Nintendo Switch. Check out the little replacement joysticks. They're so tiny. They also have incredibly tiny ribbon cables. But one of the awesome things is this kit came with everything you need. They got the little screwdrivers. Got a nice little plastic chisel here. I just got dirty fingers. Gross. And what will come in handy, nice sharpened pincers. Ouch. Yes, ouch. Is sharpened. What's a repair project without a little blood sacrifice, right? Am I right? If it drifts, if it still drifts, please restart and calibration. No, it's always going to drift. It's a Nintendo Switch. We got 2 sets of Joy-Cons and they all drift. Yes. Oh, but an awesome thing. I gotta show you this. So this is the size of the joystick, the thumb pad. Actually, no, it's not. This is oversized. But here, can we see it with all the shinies? This is the replacement joystick for a Joy-Con for the Switch. And here's a nice thumb cover if you have big thumbs for holding those tiny candy bar joysticks. Well, guess what? Guess what, guys? Oh, look at that. Look at that. I can cover up the grody, probably sticky pads because these stretch just a little bit and they fit over this. I tried it out earlier. So we're gonna have probably blue. Blue's a nice color. But yes, so now we know the why of, or no, the how of how we got this and why I wanted this. Not just because the WiiU was a really cool piece of tech, which it was. Definitely has its haters for being the weird oddball Nintendo product, but I enjoyed it. What were some good games we had for it? Still have. Let's see, what are these? Those are the triangles. You know what? I'm going to use. Let's see, how do we use? This one should work. Got spinners on it. You gotta love it. You gotta love electronic screwdrivers when they have spinners on them. Let's see, hopefully my hands don't mess with too much. Oh no. Oh, that's a regular. That's a regular. There we go. Where was I? Oh man, these are not magnetic. Where was I, guys? We are gonna have to take off this sticker. Oh, these buttons stick too. Gross. Okay, games for the Wii U. I mean, it was the successor for the Wii. Oh yeah, look at that. That is beautiful. Beautiful. They really don't want you voiding their refurbished warranty. Really don't want you voiding their refurbishment warranty. How dare you open the battery case? That's probably what it was. They probably just put a new battery in it, called it good. Ta-da! There it is. Yeah, at least it's on a... At least it might be an authentic one. Although I don't see a Nintendo sticker on here, so I kind of doubt it. So yes, games. Games for the Wii U. It had a good library, despite being fairly small. A fairly short... Well, was it a fairly short runtime? Wii U. Should we leave that in frame? There we go. It's a battery. Let's see, what were some good games? I mean, Mario Kart, of course. Mario Kart, Smash for the Wii U. Good times. Right? There was a Smash for the Wii U, wasn't there? Let's see. I do get the crossover between the Wii U and the Switch confused. Let's see. But yeah, Mario Kart for sure. The new Super Mario Brothers, the 2D one, or quote unquote 2D. There was a lot of 3D incorporated in it. That one, not as much of a fan. Not as much of a fan. However, the 3D one, that one was a lot of fun with the cat suits. That one was a lot of fun. So we're going to be opening up the old Radio Shack. Is it labeled? It is not labeled. Unbranded Radio Shack screwdriver and driver set that I got when I was like 12, maybe. I've only broken one. I don't remember if I or somebody I know tried using the tiniest screwdriver as a pry bar. Yes. Tiny screwdriver as a pry bar. But yeah, so this is ancient. I mean, it's Radio Shack, so that's already saying something. It's ancient. Yes, I would say the 90s. It would have to be from sometime in the 90s. Okay, so what we're going to use it for is we're also going to use the tiny screwdrivers for pry bars. So underneath all these little stickers are more screws. They're like some kind of plastic sticker looking thing. And I could probably use the use this little plastic pry bar to safely remove all the stickers, but man, they sure have a lot of them, don't they? Ugh, yeah. Without zooming in, yeah, I need to get some Q-tips, probably some rubbing alcohol before I completely finish the teardown and reassembly. Yeah, you can see. So I knew I was going to have a little bit of cleaning in the project, and when we first bought this unit, because the main unit, I always want to call it base station for some reason. So the actual Wii U console has a drive error. And I looked up what the drive error could be, and it looks like it is a line filter issue. So it's not anything wrong with the is it a DVD drive? Technically, there's nothing wrong with the disk drive, spinny drive, but there's two little line filters on the motherboard, and the filters go bad. You know, it's like, you know, probably not even a penny apart. So the fix is to see which of the two lines has a bad filter, and you just remove the chip and bridge it with a little piece of wire and solder, of course. I probably won't be doing that on stream because I need to really concentrate for doing soldering. I have very shaky hands. Oh wow, that really sold my shaky handness, didn't it? So yeah, so there's that. Okay, what do we got? Do we have the triangles now? Got the triangles. I can't tell. Where's my glasses? He says as he reaches above his head. Actually, what I should do is I should go like this. Yeah, those look like the security the triangles. Okay. Don't need the glasses quite yet. Is that this one? Nope. This one. There we go. One. Yes. Now tonight's main event is to get the gamepad working. Not sure. I mean, I assume I'll keep this console. Maybe I'll mod the if we're allowed to talk about that on the blue streaming or purple streaming site here. Maybe I will mod the WiiU, the white version. We have the black version. So the white version is the 8 gig. Yeah, 8 gigabytes of memory, folk. Whew. And the black version, there we go, was the 32 gigabytes. Now you could expand that with an SD card. And there's USB ports, so you can actually hook up an external hard drive to it if you want to play more stuff on it. So one of my first thoughts was, you know, as the resourceful robot that I am, it's like, ooh, look up, see what games came out for the Wii U that we didn't get a chance to play the first time around. So I loaded up a top 20 list or something like that. One of the top Google search results for top Wii U games, and pretty much played all the ones that I that I had wanted to. Didn't play I didn't play a bunch of them, but between my wife and I, we did. The one we didn't play, or a couple that we didn't play or don't have, Xenoblade Chronicles or Xenosaga Chronicles. Didn't play that one. I was kind of out of JRPGs at the time. I wasn't playing them a whole lot. So we didn't play that one, and we didn't get around to Pikmin 3. That is one that I do want to pick up. I'll keep my eyes on used copies or something. But yeah, so our console does work, and we can still use it without the gamepad. It's just a pain in the butt. It's a pain in the butt to change settings and stuff because you have to use the Wiimotes to swap between the screens. Yeah, it's just kind of a pain. Okay, did we get everything? It's Brody. Yes, we did. Okay, now we have to be careful. We have to be careful because there are tons of little wires. Oop, there's one. Tons of little wires in this thing. Ooh, ah. How do you get crumbs this deep into the system? Oh. Okay, so this might be too delicate. Where's my other? There we go. Definitely don't want to break any of these. Oh, there's the last. Oh, those are the buttons. Those are the buttons. See if I. I may. thingies. There we go. Ta-da! Yeah. Gross. Yeah, and also like, yum yum. Yeah, so we have most of the games that we would want to play on it. Oh yeah, and that's another thing. I do tend to forget which games were Wii games and which games were Wii U games, because there was, you could play Wii games on this, which was awesome. You can still use the sensor bar and the Wii modes, the nunchucks, etc. So let's see, what were some other fun games? Or other games that we played? The Mario games, of course. Yeah, the Mario games, of course. Let's see, what else? Ad break ends. Oh, we're in an ad break. Sorry if I'm chatting with the ad break going on here. Ugh. You know what? During the ad break, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some alcohol wipes. I have returned. Oh, ad breaks. 22 seconds. 22 seconds. Hello. I should probably plug in my video camera here. Let's see. Sorry if we get some shaking. Come on, stop shaking. You're fine. You're fine. There we go. Okay. So this isn't really an instructional video. This isn't going to be an instructional video so much as it is a reminiscing about ye old Wii U, the ancient products. Wait, did I seriously? I left it over there. There we go. At least when I'm doing the hand cam type stuff in a workshop, I'm already standing. I'm not sitting down, standing, sitting down. Okay. There we go. But yes. Now. Alcohol wipes. I think these are hospital ones too. Q-tips. These are tiny. Look how tiny they are. Super tiny. But yeah, I mean, since we have it open, we might as well get on in there. I should probably just wait till the end for this. But some of this just grody. Some of this just a little too grody. I'm assuming this was a child's system. Or who knows? I could be wrong. Just a very, very dirty adult. Yeah. Oh yes, so good games for the Wii U. This list I found. We still have most of our Wii U games. I don't think we really sold any. And we got the Switch after this. My wife is a big longtime Nintendo console player. Devotee. I wouldn't say fangirl necessarily, because she also had some Sony stuff. Neither of us were into Xbox though. Neither of us really got into the Xbox. I had a couple Sega systems that I picked up used while in college, including the Dreamcast and the Saturn. But way back in the day, young Rusty grew up with a Commodore 64 home computer. My parents used it as their business computer for like accounting and the customer list and all that kind of fun stuff, their home business. And then, let's see. So there were some games on that. So I grew up with that. And also games you could type in from the magazines. That was another time, wasn't it? Type in games. It's like you wouldn't download a game. It's like, well, no, you had to type it in. I think I have some of those. They might be out in storage. Otherwise, they might be over on the other side of the room. Depending how fast we get this done, yapping wise, we'll see. Maybe we bust out some nostalgia tech. Seeing as I've got the webcam going anyways. There, oh, that's so much better. It still has a little bit of yellowing to it, but sad though. The one that got stolen, I had the charging dock for it, because there's a little docking connector right here. Technically, this connects to peripherals, I believe, and these are just the charging pads. Yeah, it was just the positive, negative charging pads. Yeah, I had the charging dock and the little kickstand dock, so I might just 3D print, or maybe I'll bend one out of sheet metal or something. A resting stand for this. Or just keep my eyes open. Who knows? Okay, I got a couple of the grody things that are gonna be staring at me, because these look like they're locked in on tiny little clips. So I don't really want to. Oops. Nope, they could come right out too. I don't really want to disturb them. What I want is underneath here. Just looking at this, we've got. What do we have here? It's funny, I can look at the screen to read it if I need to. That is tiny. One of these is like the Bluetooth chip or wireless chip. Use indoors, blah, blah, blah. That's probably this one. But either way, we have to be very careful about what we disconnect, because what we want is not this, but underneath this. This is the LCD screen. Yes. Oh, so when I was wondering about to get the alcohol wipes, which are heading behind me here, and a toothbrush. Very important to brush your gamepad's teeth. Keep them pearly white. But one of the things I got was, oh, and we might be too close to actually get a decent shot of them, because this camera is like right in the Wii U's face here. Some of the games. So we've got Yoshi's Woolly World, super fun. We have the sequel, Crafted World also. Super Smash Brothers for Wii U. New Super Mario Brothers U, which I was not a fan of. This one. Bayonetta 2, which came with the digital Bayonetta 1. Really good game. Nintendo Land. Got Blops 2, which was fun because you could use the gamepad. You could use this for like your drone or for the map. Super fun. And then you could aim with the Wiimotes. So yeah, it wasn't as good as twitchy mouse skills for aiming and stuff. But I'm a casual FPS person anyways. So it was just kind of fun to be pointing the Wiimote at the screen and have that be the the crosshairs and everything. What else we got? Super Mario 3D World, one of my favorite Mario games. It's a lot of fun. You have 4 players going, just chaos. And it's also the origin of the catsuit from the movie. Let's see. And then, of course, Mario Kart Infinity. Or 8. But yeah. Yeah, so let's do that. Mario Kart 8. 3D World. Blops 2. Again, fun to play with the Wiimotes. Nintendo Land had some fun stuff. We have the other one too. The other Wii Play kind of looking thing. Oh, and it's also you can play the Wii, like Wii Sports. You can play the old ones. Banetta. Platinum Games they did. I don't know. I like the Bayonetta games, not just for the gameplay. I like them for the gameplay. But also one of their earlier games, Vanquish. I'm going to play that on stream one of these days. Vanquish is super fun. This one, didn't care for it. It's just, the gameplay just wasn't great, in my opinion. We played it with, when friends would come over and stuff. Smash, of course. Yoshi's Woolly World looks super cute. I think a Little Big Planet, but with Yoshi. And the one for the Switch is, I can't remember which one's better. We had some digital games that are, luckily they didn't take our actual console because, got some games on there too. Grew up with consoles, but find it hard to FPS aim with the controller now. Wii seems pretty nice. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to point it at the screen and go. And like I mentioned, using the screen on here and using the whole tablet for like doing the drone stuff in Black Ops was a lot of fun. And also having the mini map. Didn't play Mass Effect 3 on here, but I guess the integration was really cool for the menu system and stuff, playing Mass Effect 3 on the Wii U, but I have that on the PC and the PS3. 3? No, I don't know, PS3 or 4, whichever one we got the legendary edition on. Oh geez, now I really do need my... Might have to bust out the magnifying glass for some of these. Okay, let's do this one. Tiny ass Risman cave. So one of the good things is I have this stream to look back on if I screw anything up, because there are some tiny little ribbons. And some of these don't even look like they flip. So we'll have to see. There we go. That one flips. I did watch, what was that? iFixit. Oof. Might have to get a plastic tweezers. I think it was an iFixit video. Yeah, they really took this tiny electronics to heart when they worked on the Joy-Cons. Because yeah, like I said, here's the we have one working, not yet replaced Joy-Con joystick that was in the kit. But yeah, those things are super small too. I hope they fixed the drifting issues on the Switch too. Okay, I'll use the Finger Stabber 2000 here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this definitely seems like it's not for the faint of heart. This must be the Wi-Fi or Bluetooth or whatever it is, because this looks like an antenna plug almost. I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. I'm just taking things apart here. Downside of big hands. Really? That plugs into the side of that? Uh-oh. Fruitsy, you caught me avoiding a warranty. avoiding a warranty even. Ooh, that one's in there good. Yeah, Wii U on the Wii U. Oh boy, that one isn't there good. I have another secret weapon. Let's see if it's small. We do. Yeah, they didn't keep going with the Wii naming scheme. They didn't keep going with the Wii naming scheme. They decided to switch it up. But yes, WiiU, huh? All right, what do we got for? We have more tweezers. And use the fuse remover or jumper remover. Oh, that's got some spring to it. Jeez. Okay. Throw less crap on the ground. But yes, welcome in, Fruitsy. How's it going? I have my my old man readers on. Oh, there we go. I have my old man readers on. I don't normally wear glasses, but they do come in very handy. It's kind of garbage. You know, I think I have to take this off anyways. That'll give me a better angle. Better angle and bigger screwdriver. Oh, this one. Nope. How about this one? That's the funny thing about doing the robot stuff is I have all these little tools, electronics and stuff just kind of sitting on my desk now. See, for instance, here's some servos, some little robot servos, needle nose pliers. Oh, look at a Lego piece, all hiding away on my desk. And what do I have Legos in? A drill bit. I've probably been looking for that drill bit for months now. And of course, Wisconsin's best potato salad, at least deli potato salad. Not only do you get delicious potato salad, hashtag not sponsored, wish I was, but you get this nice little plastic parts bin. Holds a pound, apparently. Okay, this is going to go in a separate spot. Here's my bin for separate spots. I swore I brought... oh, well. There. May you not get lost with everything else. There you go. It's right there, guys. Right there, chat. Oh, really? Do we have to take... oh, that's part of... oh... that's not a separate board. That's part of this giant shape. What are you connected to? Why would they need to route everything like way under here when they have all this free space? I wonder. Well, let's test this guy out to see. Ooh, that's grabby. There we go. Okay, it does work. You know, if we mess it up too bad, well, I guess I'm out $60, but not just $60, mind you. We paid $60 for the whole set, complete with not working this, and the console has issues. But I had to buy the replacement parts. I had to rebuy. I had to buy the screen that we'll be replacing with the digitizer, technically, not the whole screen. There we go. Man, that's fussy. Okay, so you get out of here. You get out of here. And we're hiding out in Makers and Crafting tonight, just so I can anger them with my poor skills here. Where are you being? Oh, you're being routed way over there. Okay. And you must be the speaker. Yeah, you're back there. We got this one and this one. Oh boy. I'm gonna be saying oh boy a lot. Oh, that's not that. Oh boy. Oh boy. But yes. So anybody, just joining us. I know the Wii U is a butt of a lot of jokes, but anybody have fond memories of the Wii U? I gotta say, Mario Kart 8, and I know it's available on the Switch, but actually no, they added a lot of awesome vintage tracks to the one on the Switch. At least if you have the family plan, the DLC pack. Let's see. But yeah, definitely for me, the Mario Kart and Super Mario 3D World. Those were I say those were probably my favorites. Oh look, proprietary plug, the charging port. Even though it is a 4.5 or 4.7 volt plug, proprietary. Yeah. The lady we bought it from said, "Oh, we just used any old adapter we had laying around." It's like, yep, you're full of, yeah. Yep. Put that over there so we don't lose that. What was that? Oh, that might be the volume control. That might be the volume control. There's a little tiny slider right there. Yep, volume control. Okay, let's see what else we need to do. Welcome in, Nix. We are partially through this and reminiscing about good times with the Wii U. Or if you didn't like the Wii U, how about the Wii, or I guess the Switch? Oh, geez, I would not want to take apart a Switch. The Joy-Cons were not the worst. They had tiny little ribbon cables. Worse than this. Tiny ribbon cables, because they had to replace the joysticks on them due to drifting. But yeah, I would not want to take apart a Switch. I do not have the dexterity for that. He says as little tiny screws go flying everywhere. I mean, you don't need all of the fasteners, right? You don't need all the fasteners. Really? This little Wi-Fi. This must be the quote-unquote Wi-Fi, or what is that? It's attached, whatever it is. Oh, and there's another one. There's another one. Ooh, atomic purple clear craze shell. You messed up the fan. Oh, those are kind of important. Look at that tiny little ribbon cable. There we go. Yeah, we didn't do any modding to our... what was the last system I modded? You know, I don't think I've modded technically any of my systems I still have. Might do this one. Not not this, but the main unit may or may not. Well, actually, it's a soft mod. But homebrew on the Wii U, it's software. You're basically just patching it. What is... Looks like I have to pop off this little card. You know, I really should have loaded up the instructions. Loaded up the instructions. Aha, there we go. We'll stick that back on later. See a little heatsink maybe? Okay. Ooh, big ribbon cable right in front of us. Right in front of us. Modded the 3DS, that was just software. You know, I missed out on the 3DS. I have the DS Lite. Is that what it was? I have a DS. Love it to bits. No, wrong way. Wrong way. What? Did miss out on the whole 3DS wave. And there are some cool games on there. So I was thinking about picking one of those up off a marketplace too. Seem to be a lot of them out there. So, or at least a lot of them out there right now. What's catching? Something's catching. Oh, wow. Sorry I'm not streaming in 4K to pick up on that ribbon cable right there. This is going to be hell to put back together. Oh, you got Super Nintendo games on your... Yeah. Love it, love it. You know, that's connected to the pad right there. We don't need to worry about that. We don't need to worry about that. We'll just kind of set that aside. Oh, look. Oh, okay, I love this. Is this going to pick it up? The Nintendo B-sides. The Nintendo B-sides. Does this one say side A? Oh, it might say side A underneath this chip here. I see a little Nintendo logo right there. The B-sides. That's where all the good tunes are. Yes, so for my DS, I had I had a cart for it. So I frequently played SNES games on it. Loved it. So, yeah, that's the hard part. What we just did in the last long while is the hard part. Is this a... That's a triangle. So theoretically, this operation will fix the problem, but there could be other things wrong with it. Are there any fun Easter eggs on the chipboard? Ooh, that's a good question. So far, just the B-sides. So far, just the B-sides. I'm not an electrical engineer or a big circuitry junkie. I have mad respect for those who are, and it's a fun thing to be like comparing the different things and saying like, oh, that's a whatever chip and whatever chip. But no, so far I think the only thing is the B-sides. Zesty Cool Ranch, the chipboard. I mean, it's Nintendo, so it's not gonna be like super cheap. Oh wait, what do we got here? Oh, we also have B-sides on the whatever this little board is here, the power board. Yeah, I don't really see anything else. I suppose we could upgrade the speakers. I mean, look at these monsters. Woo. Funny thing is, we could upgrade the speakers. I do have a crimping kit to these plugs. I did go ahead and get some better tools and raw components for working on the robot. They included new cable crimpers and, you know, little connectors like this. Not that I intend on going, you know, sub-micro rusty here, but it came in the assortment pack. Came in the assortment pack. Yeah, I do want to get Rusty running again someday, but right now he's being a real pain in the ass. I can say that because he's not awake right now. He is over there, currently headless, because last time I did testing, the head came right off. Yep, the head came right off. And I knew that was kind of bound to happen because when I redesigned his neck, the new gear that let him nod wasn't as wide as the last one, didn't have the same amount of surface area for connecting. There we go. Didn't have the same amount of surface area for connecting everything. So unfortunately, I need to reglue it. Oh, I don't want to mess with all that. Oh, are these the tilt sensors? You know, I probably should have instructions up. We're doing this raw. Right, Nix? We gotta use the terminology that the kids are using these days. We're doing this raw. But that's funny. Yeah, I did look up a guide to see exactly how much work this would be. And it was pretty straightforward. You just gotta connect all the thingies back how they're supposed to be. Yeah, raw. Yep. I don't even have VTuber gloves on. Now I gotta say, using my phone as the webcam does a much better job with like white balancing, you know, so you can see all the grody Dorito stains and whatnot. But also it doesn't make me like there's like this weird skin tone like the webcam does, because even with the white balancing fixed, still get like this, it's just kind of like I got scurvy or something. Let's see, should just be able to pop this right out now. So this little ribbon right here is for the digitizer, and this is for the LCD screen. You know what? You know what I missed? You know what I missed? Let's see. No? Oops. No, go off my screen. Do. Yeah, take a second here to type up something here. Let's see. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. There, that looks better. That looks better. Okay, now. So let's get this screen out of here. Ta-da! Oh, that was super easy. This is like the heaviest part of the whole thing. Look at that. Oh, and you can see the there. Now you can see the camera that's filming. Here's the Rusty Pro Max, 12 videotaping for everyone, and my microphone arm. Where's my microphone arm? And oh no, that's Twitch. Trying to do this in like reverse order is interesting. Oh, the microphone is hiding behind the camera. There it is. Right here or here. Okay, so now a fun part. I might just leave all this mess here. Now we get to take this little bezel off, little white bezel, and clean underneath it because that's disgusting. Oh hey, and look, you can see the other side of my room. Hi everybody. There's the bookshelf. Ooh, can we see Rusty? Where's Rusty? There's my monitors. No, we can't see Rusty because he is headless. Oh man, this is flying a drone upside down. Okay. Anyways. Yes, Rusty is currently headless. We'll bring the head over afterwards, so we can get a good view. So what we have to do here is we have to take off this bezel and the little plastic. There we go. The little plastic, separate that, so we can get the replacement, which is there we go. Ta-da! I'm keeping it in the Ziploc so I don't get it all full of gross fingerprinties. Oh, it's held on with... Is it held on with clips? You know, maybe I should look this part up. I'm gonna look this part up real quick. Okay, let's see. Put that over here. Let's see, WiiU gamepad. Replace digitizer. There we go. Yeah, they're super cheap on eBay. There we go. Oh, premium. Whatchamacallit for replacing it. Bump. Should probably replace the battery also, because I don't think it held a charge very long. We'll see. There's load. Oh, no, too loud. Let's see. Putting it back, pulling it off, and attaching the digitizer. Line the LCD with double-side tape. Oops. Remove the black bezel. Yeah, if you have the 32 gig version. This is the 8 gig version. Oh, okay. Remove digitizer from LCD. That's the part. Oh, yep, you just stick a blade in there. You murder it. In Minecraft. Yep, so this whole piece, this white piece is just plastic. Ugh. White piece is just plastic. And then this right here is what we need to separate from the little metal box. Oh. Yes, here we go. To illustrate this piece. And I should have a bigger blade than this. And a thinner blade than this. I might have to come back. Let's just slide stuff around. Again, apologize if you get the VTuber jump scare. Oh, let's just put that right there. If you get the non-VTuber jump scare, and you see me in my glorious gray suit and blocky head. Yes. Are we allowed to have knives out on twitch.tv? It's a good question. There we go. That's not too bad. Blood for the blood gods. I should be using a Target gift card for this. They have their uses. A Target gift card? Nope, that is not a Target gift card. I used to keep a stack of them around. Well, that was a Quick Trip one. Need me. Gift card. Preferably with non-identifiable numbers. Here we go. This one expired a while ago. Oops, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Ta-da! For everything else, there's MasterCard. However that goes. A little bit of glue, which we might run into the problem of not having said glue, because it did not come with the digitizer kit. I don't think. It might have. That might be what that little film is for. Do. Come on. Did y'all get the numbers off the card? There we go. There's a little goop on there, which we'll try to save because it sure seems sticky enough. It sure seems sticky enough. Come on. There we go. Doom. There we go. Ta-da! Digitizer. Interesting. Now we're gonna try and... Yep. Oh, card expires 4/21. Sorry. Pretty sure I used it all up. Pretty sure I used it all up. Trying to tap down some of this sticky film here. There. Okay, this track is kind of... Oh, it's the last track too. Let's go to Electronica Theme 1. There we go. Okay, so we have our LCD screen. Nice, huh? Look at, what are we looking at? Reflective surface, the bane of VTubers and privacy havers. Okay. Good thing we're not in 4K, right? Okay, here's the old screen, the old digitizer. Apparently, this is all it takes. That's all it takes. We do need this white bezel. We do need the white bezel. Otherwise, we'll get all sorts of goobers in there. Okay, let's see. So, set this like so. This came with 0 instructions. But okay, here we go. Here we go. We do get to peel off some plastic, so that's exciting. Should I hold it up to the camera? We hold it up to the microphone so we can get the full asthma. Oh, Nix, you gotta wait. You gotta wait on that. I can't reach for the book. I can't reach for the book if I'm peeling off the plastic. Although, ooh, I have an easy one. Super easy one. Super easy Wisco fact. Wisconsin, for 1 week a year, has the world's busiest airport. And that is right now. The EAA, the Experimental Aircraft Association, has a yearly giant fly-in called AirVenture. Or you just say EAA. Yes. Wisconsin is not in Europe. Indeed. But yes, so the Experimental Aircraft Association right now has the EAA, and it's the world's busiest airport for 1 week a year. Yes, so if you're in the area, it's Oshkosh, Wisconsin, right in. Oh, wait, we have a hand cam. So it's we do love using our hand. You can see my hand here is right about there. So here's Green Bay. Here's Oshkosh, roughly. I don't have a hole in my hand here for Lake Winnebago. Down here's Chicago, somewhere below. You gotta lop off the hand in order to see Chicago. That's okay. But yes, in fact, I do plan on going. Hopefully I can go this weekend. It's a little bit of a hike. We shall see. We shall see. This lined up just right. Yeah, the Experimental Aircraft Association. And it's not just for experimental aircrafts. There's all sorts of private, what do they call them? Private pilot. So, just small personal planes. I went when I was a kid. But yeah, I went when I was much younger. So I'm excited to go after all these years with my dad. Yeah, and they have old planes too. So not just like kit planes that people build, experimental aircraft, or private pilots like, your Cessnas or whatever, small airplanes, but also like warbirds. So World War II planes, fly-ins for all the different planes, experimental stuff, fighter jets. Remember way back when watching which one was the vertical takeoff? A Harrier? Yeah, watching the Harrier. All sorts of other stuff too, like ultralights, powered parachutes, all that fun stuff. Yes, Wisco fact. Bonus Wisco fact. Hopefully you cannot hear your neighbor's hellhounds. Oh, sorry to hear that. You got neighbors with loud ass dogs. I'm living in the countryside now, so the nearest neighbors, we could still hear their dogs. They had dogs that yapped all day when they would leave. Thankfully, at least one of them worked from home. Not the dog owners. So it wasn't too bad most of the time. But when I lived in the city, yeah, our neighbors next door had the bassiest tiny dogs. I want to say like basset hounds or something. It was like a big sausage. Not even big, medium-sized sausage. It was way heavier than it should have been, poor thing, because I never took him for walks. So that dog would be in the living room barking at anybody that walked past, and it was just the loudest, bassiest sound. So glad we don't live next to them for various reasons. There, that seems like it's nicely affixed. Now we need to get the bezel. But yes, no, I cannot hear your hellhounds. My soundproofing is pretty decent in this room because one of my children is directly above head, so I wanted to make sure when it built out this part of the basement, it actually had insulation in the ceiling. However, just like that noisy basset hound or whatever the heck it was, I also have a bassy voice. So it does kind of carry through the ducts. So not the ceiling should add some more sound treatment. But yeah, the ducting, the metal ducting. Okay, we gotta get rid of this little bezel now. I think I'll try cleaning it up before I need a new wipey. Cleaning it up before I take it off. Oh, they live 3 houses away. Your noise canceling headphones don't work. Oh, I am sorry to hear that. That is always miserable having bad neighbors. We have pretty decent neighbors out here in the boonies. Yeah, no, I really can't complain about them. And even though the one guy's kind of a piece of work, he did help out. He did help out his neighbors when there was storm damage. Came out with his chainsaw and chipped in. So, you know, you might not get along with everybody for various reasons, but if they're at least willing to be decent neighbors, that in that regard, you know, I like to cut them a little bit slack. Yeah, I at various places that I've lived, I've had some pretty crummy neighbors. Look at that! Look at that! Speaking about crummy, is that showing up? No. Gotta remove the grossness here with an alcohol wipe. But yeah, no, we got good neighbors now. Good neighbors now. Oh, you had a flood. Went over there to warn them and they were aggressive. Yeah, they sound like those kind of people. Especially if they have big old dogs. If they were in the US, I could tell you exactly what kind of dog they have. I don't know if you guys have those kind over there. It always seems to be kind of the, I don't want to say like low rent, but you know, the people with certain attitudes, certain dispositions that always have Rottweilers or pit bulls or, you know, the feistier breeds. Why am I going to clean the digitizer? This is, although it's a nice clear piece of plastic, I could probably use it for something. Maybe Rusty needs a new, I don't know, faceplate, but so unfortunately we don't have glue for this. So I think it's gonna get by putting it in the spot where it's gonna sit, because this is gonna be glued here, and I don't think we have the glue for it. Kelpie. I'm not familiar with meant to live on a farm. Okay. I'm not familiar with what a Kelpie is. I assume it's a loud dog. What would we have that would be a loud farm dog? I grew up with a farm dog. Grew up on a farm. We had German Shepherd mix. German Shepherd Husky. Loved our Wisconsin winters, let me tell you. That dog was built for winter. But good dog, good guard dog. Actually, that's a really good mix for Wisconsin now that I think about it. Or at least in the cold. In the summertime, the poor critter was always roasting. Okay, get out of here. There we go. Oh, that is on there. That is on there with some good tape. You can get that good crackle. I should do this right in front of the microphone here. I should turn it on stereo mode so you get the full effect in your ears. I better be careful so I don't crack this stupid thing. There. Ta-da! Hey, look, it kept most of the goop on there. We shall reuse said goop. This is how I cut my lines. There. The good stuff. The good stuff, chat. Meant to be hardworking cattle dogs. Okay, not breed to be sitting in the back. Yeah, I mean, pet ownership is well, yeah. Many animals, or many people, many animals and many people. They're either not meant to be pets or meant to have pets. Yes, many people were not meant to be pets, apparently. Ooh. That's... Ooh. There, for all you plastic enjoyers. Nope, there's no glue on there. Oh boy, getting this thing centered is gonna be... Glad I cleaned it. Let's actually clean it a little bit more. Try to get all the edges. 'Cause I don't know if it's coming back off. Many people are made to be head pet. I do agree, Fruitsy. I do agree. Many people are made to be head pet. Many people. Not just digital people either. Not just digital people. A little bit of a... I crunked it just a little bit right there. Ooh, I kind of want to put this in the bezel, or in the, we're going to do this the way I intended. That is so much nicer. Look at that. Okay, see that? I mean, I guess. But yeah, that's nice. Okay, so now the torture. The torturous part. Move my standees over here. The torture part is going to be putting it all back together with 1 million tiny ribbon connectors. And who knows, maybe I'll give up. Maybe I'll have to do this after stream as I play back the stream. Or just watch a video, I guess. Many people are made to be had. Yeah. No, pet ownership, I mean, it's quite the responsibility, and frankly, a lot of people aren't dedicated enough to be pet caretakers. Saying owners is it's a bit of a misnomer. It's not the right term, because you don't own a pet. You're the caretaker for a pet. You are helping that creature. You're just helping that creature out, you know? Companionship and such. So I'm not against having pets. I'm against people not devoting the time, the everything to having a pet. There we go. This will work a little better. I got it a little janked. You want the jank on the top or the bottom is the question. All right. This one goes this way. I feel like there'd be a non-hippie way to say a dog isn't. Yeah. I think caretaker is a good one. I mean, yeah. I guess with the hippie way, no, would it be hippie or new agey to call it your parent? You know, your dog's. You are your dog's, your cat, etc. is parent. I guess that'd be. I would consider that like new agey. Boy, let me tell you, that's a fun section. When I worked in retail, I worked at a bookstore, used book and media store. And one of my first sections I worked at was the religion and mythology section, including all the new wave crystal stuff. Good times. Okay, let's see if we got that in there. Oh, it's feeling good. Feeling good. Yes. Oh man, I missed that job. Bookstore was great. Gave me way too many books. I had to slowly get rid of, whittle down my library over the years. More so because every time I moved, people stopped wanting to help me. My friends stopped wanting to help me move because I would have boxes and boxes and boxes. I would have more boxes of books and stuff than anything else. Now they're not well, okay. Art books are heavy as hell. But yeah, it became quite a chore over the years to move. So I had to do the Marie Kondo. Does it bring me joy? And I think last time I got rid of a little too many books, but there's only so much space and only so much time to read all these books. I did keep most of the ones that I was actually going to read or enjoy again. This routing up here is going to be extra fun. Let's do this one. Oh, Nix, I remember you that story. They have friends on the console. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh gosh. Yeah, I gotta say this in an authentic Wisconsin way. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh jeez. So, for those of you from out of state, which is I believe most of you, or even further out of state, on some fun Wisconsin comedy, poking fun at ourselves, Charlie Barron's in the Manitowoc Minute. Great little YouTube series. Did he start it? He started it before the pandemic. Because I actually saw him live show once, and it was very entertaining. But pokes fun at all the Wisconsin stuff. There we go. And he's just a great comedian. Really? Ribbon here. I think we have found the first form of our final boss. This one ribbon. Get in there. Get in there. Come on, Shinji. Get in the robot, Shinji. Yes, the Manitowoc Minute. I'll type it in chat because, yeah. Manitowoc is a city in Wisconsin, also a county. Ooh, a Manitowoc fact. There used to be an Anheuser-Busch plant factory in Manitowoc. I don't know if it's still there anymore, but Wisconsin has a huge beer history because we love ourselves some booze and beer and stuff. So not only do we have Miller, we also have so we have Miller products. We also have Budweiser, and then in the last like 20 years, a bajillion micro brews, small craft brewers. Yeah, this ribbon is extra fun. Might have to do the dental floss trick. Do I have string? Oh wait, no, I've got one of these. What am I doing? I've got one of these. Oh, string might be better. Man, I should repair more of these, because now that I know all the frustrating parts of it, the next one will be a breeze. Or I could take a Dremel and just cut out this section. Just cut out that section and be done with this project. Yes, the Manitowoc Minute. Good fun. Go check it out. I don't think he's really doing that series anymore. Why didn't I do it this way the first time? Don't think he's continued that series. Still doing comedy. See him every now and then on, well, it was on Facebook. There we go. We do little comedy skits with other Midwestern comedians or dads doing, you know, dad joke, dad comedy. Famous one is, what is it, Husbands of Target or Dads of Target or something like that? What do the guys do when the wives are all shopping in Target? Target being a very Midwestern thing. I assume there's Targets everywhere in the U.S. Target stores. They're based out of Minnesota. Oh, all these little things. So I hope nobody from the makers and crafting category are upset with me for doing a subpar job of this repair. Yeah, this should definitely not take as long as it is. Definitely not take this long. But I'm chatting. I'm having fun. There's Targets everywhere? Okay. I assume there was. They're a pretty big chain. Yeah, they're based out of Minnesota. We don't have, I mean, the death of big box retail. Okay, why are these giving me grief now? The death of big box retail. Wisconsin used to have a couple of retail chains based out of here. One of them being Shopko. No longer exists. There's a number of them that are, I mean, they went out of business like, oh gosh, 15 plus years ago, 20 years ago maybe. And there are still empty Shopko stores in some malls and small towns. It's pretty sad when a small town, a rural town, anywhere in the US really, has, you know, their only options are maybe a Walmart and the $3. Dollar General, Family Dollar, and Dollar Tree. It's pretty sad when those are the only shopping options. Speaking of someone who lives rural, yes. The downsides of living rural. You, get over here, or we will not have proper gyroscopes. There. That feels too squishy. Don't tell me I put this in upside down. No. Oh, there it is. Okay. Why are you... There's a cord right there. Why? No, this cord needs to be routed up top. Let's see if I can get it over there without issue. So back on the Nintendo track, since we are dissecting one. Dissecting this poor thing. I haven't been looking into Switch 2 stuff a whole lot. Besides the Mario Kart World, what else is coming out? Like, are there any must-haves, or is it really just like Donkey Kong and Mario as the only launch titles, and then absolute ton of shovelware and indie ports? I mean, I do love me some indie ports, but still have to, in order to justify the $400 or $500 price tag, you gotta have first party titles. Donkey Kong Bananas is really fun. Awesome. Glad to hear that. I hope it's fun. I saw the price tag on it. I haven't played a Donkey Kong game since the Country games. So probably the second one, Donkey Kong Country 2. It's over there on the bookshelf. The one you could see by my reflecting. Wait, is this reflecty enough? Not really. You made your peace with it? Oh, you made your peace with the quadruple A pricing? No, I bet this goes up here. There we go. Yeah, I just think it's going to be one of those things going forward. Like you said, gotta make your peace with it. Okay. Oop, let's put those 4 screws back in. These screws? Are these the same screws? They look like they have a different thread on them. They wouldn't do that, would they? They wouldn't do that, would they? They are different screws. Wow. I think the ones with the bigger heads were for board. I know those are all those. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's these guys. It's these long. No, that's not these long. Oh, there are more hiding over here. Well, that simplified that. Okay, so these 4 are for these. Got it. I are a good repair person. These things are tiny. Okay. But yeah, is that really it for Tootsie? It's just Donkey Kong and... I mean, I assume they're going to be coming out with the, the usual suspects. Breath of the Wild 3 and, a Mario game. But what else is there, really? Like, legitimately asking, is like, what else do they have in the pipeline? New Star Fox would be pretty sweet. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you can play Switch games on it. You can play Switch games on the Switch too, thankfully. Oh, that's too big of a screwdriver. Where's this one? This one. No, that's definitely awesome that they didn't make you completely start over all over again. Because, guess what? Going from this guy to the Switch, we lost all of our eStore titles. You know, where you're paying for ROMs. Essentially paying for ROMs. So I'm excited to play me some Super Metroid on this guy. Yeah. I mean, some of them we got on sale or cashed in Nintendo points. eStore points, whatever they called the was it the eStore? Yeah. Be happier with the Switch 2 if they weren't charging us to upgrade from Switch 1 to Switch 2 editions from game. They are? Oh, they are charging for it? You're paying for the backwards compatibility? You're not talking about the emulators like for the GameCube and 64 and stuff. You're talking about for Switch 1 games on the Switch 2? Oh, that's dirty if it is. Yeah, because I know from the PS4 to PS5 5, it was free because it was attached to your PlayStation account. It was free, so being able to play Horizon in way better graphics, hell yeah. But I have to say, I didn't get a whole lot of use out of the PS4, if I recall. I'd have to really think about what games I played on it. My wife played it a lot more. That's her system. PS4 to 5, it was a free upgrade. Yeah, that was nice. There was more than just a Horizon, I think 1 and 2. There was something else that was like quite a visual update that we got. There was a few games. Well, I guess I do have a couple of games on the PS4, but yeah, like I said, I haven't been playing a lot of like JRPGs and stuff like that in recent years. Not like when I was younger. I know part of it's the timing. They take a long time to play, and I just haven't really been into them, which is a shame because I used to love them. Even regular Western RPGs. Be careful how I say that without sounding condescending, unintentionally condescending. Let's get this routing in here too. Yes, unintentionally condescending. But yeah, no, even Western RPGs. I mean, I haven't played like Baldur's Gate 3, and I do want to play some of these games. Just haven't taken the time for them. Let's see, this goes on here. And this gets squirreled away in here somehow. Well, there we go. Oh, Jesus, 10 o'clock already? 10 o'clock already, my time. You go under here. Now, when I say I don't have the time for JRPGs, and then you look at how many hours I have in Stardew, and it is ridiculous. But I've also been playing Stardew for, I don't know, the last like 8 years. So it was one of my hop in, play for half an hour to an hour, a day or two, and call it good. But I am definitely looking at getting back into, there we go, hook that right there. Looking at getting back into, now that the kiddos are getting a little bit bigger, workshop time. Making stuff in the workshop again. And that's really one of the reasons I kind of stepped away from long form video games, is to spend more time in the workshop making stuff. When I sit at a computer all day, I don't always want to continue sitting at the computer all day when I'm done with work, the day job. Try and get out of there. So he says this as he's sitting at his computer. My day job computer is right there. My non-day job computer, my fun computer, is over there. Significantly beefier. Not that matters with some of the software. It doesn't really need to be super beefy to run like Visual Studio, text editors. Photoshop, you need a beast to run these days. It is the worst performant that has ever been in the history of Photoshop. Just absolutely ridiculous. You load up the transform tool, and like free transform, and it just makes my my gaming laptop I use for work, it makes it howl. I don't know how it became so hideously unoptimized. There we go. There we go. Oh, the PS. Sorry, I missed chat. Do I not have chat on the screen? I don't have chat on the screen. Oh, sorry about that, guys. But yes, the PS3 losing backwards compatibility. Yeah, that was the Slim, right? The original big, the beefy ones. Those had backwards compatibility, but the Slim did not. Which one do we have? I think we have the Slim. There we go. It's magnetic. It is magnetic. Oh, thank goodness. I do want to get this wrapped up, but I don't know if I'll have time to hook all these little stinking things back up. I'm going to try though. Oops. Especially lose the screws. So I haven't decided what I'm going to do on Friday's stream yet. It's like, man, should I play some Wii U games? The nice thing is that I can just sync this gamepad to our other system, you know, instead of did I lose this? Missing. I'm missing 2 screws. Well, ain't that a pickle? That is terribly interesting. I'm wondering if I messed up on the hole placement. See, those are those. Those are those. Aha, these two. These two are these. Right there. But yes, we can hook up the Wii U. Oh yeah, there we go. That makes more sense. We can hook up the Wii U and play Wii U games, or I don't know, more Voices of the Void, dev stream. We could do dev stream. There we go. No, I just knew that for tonight, I want to chill and do some of this. And yes, this is taking a lot longer than it would otherwise. But with the yapping, me just casually disassembling and now reassembling the system. You know what? Sometimes it's nice just cozy. Thank you. Yes, cozy. I like to think of myself as a cozy streamer. Not just because this is literally the end of my day and I, you know, after I stream, I just go to bed. So not just because of that. But what was on there? Okay. Not just because of that, but also because of that. If you get me a daytime stream, like a morning stream, I am highly caffeinated. There's ooh, nice satisfying little snap as that clicked into place. But yes, no, I'm I don't want to say low energy. I prefer cozy, chill. Yeah, so maybe on Friday we'll have a chill dev stream. Oh, it's gonna be actually Friday's not too bad. Friday won't be too bad. It's not too busy of a day. Not too bad of a day. But yeah, it is still late night streaming. Yeah, should we play games? I've been tempted to bust out some ye old retro. Although I am very much addicted to Voices of the Void. Very much. Not a horror games kind of guy, but that game just ticks all the right boxes. Well, here, let's get the erasers out of the camera shot there. There we go. Okay. Yeah, Voice of the Void, lots of fun. You can kind of take it at the pace you want. It does have jump scares, which are my weakness. But it just seems like there's a fun kind of exploration game, like Minecraft without the voxels. You know what the problem is? Reader's back on. Hey, old man Rusty. Why are your magnifying glasses up on top of your head? Doing you a hell of good up there. Yeah. I wanted to do a workshop stream again soon. It wouldn't be for the robot though. Most of the robot work is software at this point instead of hardware. Ooh, intriguing horror or not boo horror? It is intriguing horror. Yeah, so what I assume, I don't watch a whole lot of horror streamers because I don't like jump scares, or most time most time I'm watching streamers, I'm also working. So it's like my podcast or audiobook is streamers. So I like cozy. Not a lot of like or crazy insane stuff. Well, not always crazy insane stuff going on stream. And it all depends if I have to like really focus on coding or if I'm doing something where I can just kind of let my brain go. That makes a big difference too. But no, Voice of the Void is more atmospheric horror. Think like X-Files, I guess. Not quite like Back Rooms or Five Nights at Freddy's or jump scare horror kind of stuff. But there is some of that. It's more like you're not given a whole lot to go off of because you're meant to figure it out as you go. And I believe it's meant for multiple playthroughs too. Apparently there's a big update coming in September that the streamers do watch are waiting to get back into. Kind of like a story-based update. Adding new features and stuff. But no, it's yeah, I don't know. It's neat. I don't know if I'll do another playthrough of it like right away or anything, but I am, I think, a third of the way through the story mode, before it goes into more of a sandboxing mode. So, but no, it's kind of fun right now. Well, I'd like to try, the time thing. Time is not always on my side. But I'd like to try more games. Just don't have the capacity at the moment. Oh no, no, Ribbon. Please get out of there. Please get out of there. You're too young to die like this. You're also very important. You're not supposed to be squished in there. There goes. Oh yes, thank you. I am indeed a classic JRPG enjoyer. I played in my youth. I have a SNES. And I played many JRPGs on the Super Nintendo, and then later on the PlayStation 1. There we go. Jeez, that was a close call. Later on the PlayStation 1, and then on some on the 2, and that's kind of where I tapered off for playing JRPGs. But I played a chunk of the early Final Fantasies, the secret games like Secret of Mana, Evermore, Chrono Trigger, of course. Love me some Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger, I would say, is probably my favorite of all time JRPG. Get in there. Yeah, I would have to say Chrono Trigger for sure. Chrono Cross, I want to replay Chrono Cross to give it a fair shake after all these years. I enjoyed it when it came out, but it was definitely not quite the same. Vagrant Story. Vagrant Story is another fun one. Oh, you played Chrono Trigger more recently. Is definitely enjoyable. I do love Chrono Trigger. If I make a recommendation for a JRPG, it will always be... Probably shouldn't recommend Chrono Trigger first, because where do you go from there? Yeah, so if I were left-handed, this would be... If I were smart... There we go. I don't need to be left-handed. I don't need to be one of the blessed ones. Get in there. Yeesh. This is for the digitizer. This is the fun part right here. Seriously. There it goes. No? Yes, Chrono Trigger, definitely a recommended. You always gotta be careful with these little ribbons. You don't know how beefy they are. Does this thing flip up? My unsmart. Oh gosh, I'm unsmart. No wonder it's not going in. Smart. Hey kids, this is what happens when you don't follow the guide. Still not going in though. There we go. That took entirely too much work. Little snap. Little snap. Okay, we got another one right here. Oh, you just barely see the side clips right there. Will this even focus in? There it is. That's what we were just plugging in. Look at it right there. I only have a couple more. My big fingers. Yes. What else besides Chrono Trigger? I guess for classic, the 16-bit era, I prefer. I mean, that's also when I had more time to play them. It's a 16-bit era for JRPGs. Well, and early PlayStation. That is my age. That is my age. There we go. Let's see. Oh, Final Fantasy 6 probably, or 3. 3 as it was. There you go. Tap, 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 tap. You were easy. You were right there. Yeah, Final Fantasy 6. Oh, you still need to play? Welcome in, Suba. We are just wrapping up, putting all these wonderful, easy to connect connectors. Yes, hold on. Rusty Pinky for scale. Or I'm sorry, not Rusty. Wait, no. Oh, yeah. I have person hands. I forget my lore sometimes. Oops. Got one. Yes. Where do you go way over here? All these wonderfully easy to reassemble pieces parts. Oh, that's the other back part. Why does this have so? Does this wrap around like this? It does wrap around like that for some reason. Good thing with these connectors is they only go in one way. He says as he probably puts it in the wrong way first. There we go. Everything looks good. Now we need another wipe. Don't have any. No, that one's done. But yes, let's see. Hold on. Still need to play 1 through 6. You know, I didn't play the Nintendo ones. I didn't play the Nintendo ones. But I did play the Super Nintendo Final Fantasies. And then 7 and 8. Yeah, I missed out on a lot of them. Never got into Kingdom Hearts. Much later, of course, than the early Final Fantasies. But yeah, no, I would have to say Chrono Trigger, 6, 4. Those are probably my favorite of the 16-bit era. Then 32-bit. So PlayStation, I would have to say like Xenogears. I suppose Final Fantasy 7. Final Fantasy 7 probably. Vagrant Story. They make a sequel to that, or am I misimagining? No, that was Valkyrie Profile. Close. But yeah, Vagrant Story. Good stuff. Ugh. Gross. Look at whatever this stuff is. That's what you make sure you brush your WiiU's teeth. That's what we got about. What the heck is that? Whatever it is, it's stuck to the. Oh, it's sticky. No wonder it's stuck there. It's stuck there because it's stuck there. But 1 through 6. What other ones? Oh, Mystic Quest. That was a fun little basic one. Secret of Mana was a lot of fun. I always meant to play Lufia, the Lufia series, and the 16-bit stuff. It's more like a puzzle one, kind of like Illusion of Gaia is another one. I know I missed a bunch of the Sega exclusives for that era, like the Shining Force series. Those always looked pretty cool for the Shining Force series. What else do we got? I'm just trying to think of the 16-bit era, because that was really the era of ARPGs in my book. And I know there's been a ton of them since then, but that's when I was playing them. Grandia, yes. Grandia. Oh, okay, for the 32-bit era. Dreamcast 32-bit, technically, I think. Or is it 64? Whatever. Skies of Arcadia. Grandia 2, I believe, was on the Dreamcast. Those were some good ones. Played Dark Cloud on the PS2. Borrowed that from someone. Wasn't really my jam. Ugh, look at that. Gross. Why we go through alcohol wipes doing this stuff. Arc the Lad. Oh, I'm forgetting a very obvious one. Lunar. Lunar 1 and 2. Fantastic PS1 games. You ever re-release them? I mean, I have, at one time I had both of them. I think I sold my copy of the first one because I got a lot of money for it. Like, a lot of money. But now I don't have the first one. I had the collector's boxes for 1 and 2. Pretty sure I got them used at the bookstore, though. So it's not like I paid a huge amount to begin with. But, yeah, the Lunar games were, or I should say Lunar 1 and 2. I know there's been more since then, like on the DS. Grandia 1 is your number one of all time. Breath of Fire. There we go. I knew I was forgetting some. See, I can't see him from way over here. But I knew I was forgetting another series. But yeah, the Breath of Fire series on the Super Nintendo was also a lot of fun. I think we'll clean up the outside later. We'll just see if we can get this all working back together. Breath of Fire. That was a good series. Okay, little audio switch. I'm assuming I'll have to take this back apart before I put it back together again. Oh, I bumped y'all again. But yeah, Breath of Fire 2. I would have to say Breath of Fire 2 is my favorite of the Breath of Fire games. How does this one go? Like this? There it goes. Okay. Close call for not remembering how your stuff goes. It looks upside down. Let's try this way. Nope, that looks just right. Okay. Yeah, Breath of Fire 2 was fun. It was one of the first games that I recall that had a town building element. You could rescue people. You rescue people during the story. And you build up a little town. A little home base. And that was back on the Super Nintendo. There we go. Clicky, clicky. Nice, nice. Okay. One more table. Where do you go? Way over here. Way over here. And then we'll plug in the battery and see if we've done anything. So all the time we spent in labor. There we go. All the time spent in labor. Time spent in labor. And then having to buy a replacement part. Let's see if this whole project was any kind of worth it. Any kind of worth it. So put in a couple screws here. That's too big. Triangle. Triangle screws so people can't get into it. More like so your average person can't get into it. Unless they're determined or if they have $10 to spend on a set from Amazon. There you go. And let's just put another one maybe over here. Then I need to wrap up stream as soon as I power it on because I gotta work in the morning. Tired Rusty. Well, honestly, Tired Rusty just uses significantly more coffee. Significantly more coffee. Oops, nope, those are... Yep, that's right, that's right. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. We'll at least see if the digitizer works. We'll at least see if the digitizer works. Do I need to... Oh, they have captive screws. That's always a thing I appreciate about designing like battery doors or something you do need to get in and out of. Yeah, a little clip right there, little C clip, so that you don't have to go hunting for a screw because it will always be there. Thank you, Nintendo. They did at least acknowledge that people need to get into the battery. Unless you're taking it to GameStop. GameStop does not appreciate you getting into the battery bin. All right. You ready, folks? Here we go. Here we go. Whoop. Hi there, me. You can see my lovely mug. There we go. Center frame. Oh, now the bezel's disheveled. I will definitely have to fix that. Disheveled, bezeled. Yeesh. Yeah, look at that. That's terrible. No wonder it was going in kind of squishy. This is a good thing. This means it actually works. That means, oh, it's because I plugged the battery. I undid the battery. Connect. We'll be right back. Then turn the controller's power off. And again. Okay. The Wii U is on the other side of the wall. Oh, it's making Wii U sounds. I doubt the mic will pick it up. Oh. Hey, there's a problem with the disk drive. That is fully to be expected. That is the problem. But this means that it actually works. So before it was stuck. Okay, let's try it again. There we go. Oh, no, come on. Let me tap. But yes, it does actually work now. So that's cool. Let's see if I can get it to tap first. Hey, it did work. It's trying to load the Nintendo store now. So mission successful, except for this wonky bezel placement. I'll have to take the back off and shimmy it around a little bit. But yes, I do have to fix this disk drive problem. That is a problem. But come on. And boom. Oh, it does not want to turn back off, does it? Well, anyways, so this problem right here is a little electrical line filter. So 2 tiny little chips. And you just need to desolder them or clip them off and then bridge the gap with a wire. There's not actually a problem with the disk drive. It is really annoying though that it does this. That you cannot play the system without the drive. That makes sense. It's trying to load the Wii store. Okay, anyways, it works. Mission successful. Except for the bezel. Should I leave the bezel as is? You think that'll set me off every time I want to play the game? Anywho, Thank you all for joining me tonight. We only went through 3 alcohol wipes so far. So grody. I will be extensively cleaning this and possibly replacing it with blue caps. Yeah. Nice blue caps you can put on there. Fix that. Yes, mission successful. Yapping successful. Thank you all for joining me. See you on Friday night, 8 p.m. Central. And yeah, should totally play some blops or something on this. Do I have a? I do. Yeah, there's an HDMI out on the Wii U. I could totally play it. But we'll see what Friday's stream will bring. But for tonight, we're not going to raid out. We're just going to call it. Catch y'all later. Good night. Oh, I don't have my hand tracking. Here, you get a shadow tracking set. Good night. And where is OBS? There's OBS.